This is the accusation. They're throwing around the word treason.
I hate to say this, but President Barack Obama, there is now incontrovertible evidence that he was the spearhead of a seditious conspiracy to subvert the will of the American people and overthrow the United States government back in 2016.
They're saying that Obama knew that Russia did not meddle in the election, did not have any...
Hey, guess what? Barack Obama used to be super famous for giving everyone hope, but now people are starting to question him. And Joe Rogan, oh man, he's not shy about it. He's like that friend who tells it like it is, poking fun at Obama's fancy speeches and cool image to show that things weren't always as perfect as they seemed. From big promises that didn't quite work out to some stuff that just didn't add up. Joe's got a lot to say. The shine's coming off. The story's not so smooth anymore, and the real stuff is starting to show.
You seen it? No. He gets a glass of Flint tap water, and I swear to God, he drinks it like this. Watch this.
Can I get some water? I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
You're doing something isn't a stunt. You have to. It's
100% a stunt. When was the last time a president stopped a speech to ask, "Can I get a glass of water?" They would never do that. They would have water ready for him.
So, Barack Obama walked into the White House like he was the coolest guy ever, always checking how awesome he looked. But the more you look at his story, the more it feels like a made-up tale. Joe Rogan didn't even need to warm up. He jumped right in, joking like he just found out the emperor's got no clothes and is trying to sell them on TV.
Obama did it, where he repeated that lie about Donald Trump talking about white supremacists, saying they're very fine people on both sides. Let's play it.
Said that there were very fine people on both sides of a white supremacist rally.
You had some very fine people in that group, but you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay?
That's crazy. I have never seen.
Everyone made Obama's story sound so perfect, like a shiny mirror. Hope, change, unity's those words sound cool. But they're kinda old now, like a joke from forever ago. Joe's not falling for it. He talks about Obama's time as president, like he's tearing down a big show with a grin. Behind all that smooth talking and fancy poses is a guy who made big moves, avoided blame, and now acts like he's above it all. Like a wise guy with a remote control for trouble.
Must, absolutely must, hold every one of these criminals accountable for the crimes that they committed. They are the most heinous crimes committed in American history.
But yet promoted this idea.
James Comey, John Brennan, Clapper, Wright, Biden was in the meeting. They briefed Barack Obama on Hillary Clinton's plan to, quote, tie Trump to Russia collusion lies. It consumed our national discourse.
Obama acted like the smartest guy in America for 8 years. With his calm voice and chill hand moves, like a teacher relaxing on a sunny day. But Joe didn't get fooled by the cool vibe. He knows that behind all that calm was a presidency, with some pretty confusing choices, so confusing, even magicians were like, huh, they called him the cool president. But Joe's like, cool's nice, until you're using it to hide big problems, while secretly running the show.
But every other president got roasted. And one time, during the White House press correspondence thing, Obama went on stage, and he roasted Trump. And one of the lines he said to Trump, he said, "I'm one thing that you'll never be," which is the president of the United States. Because this is when Trump was trying to claim that Obama's from Kenya. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
The birther stuff.
Yeah.
Which is wild. That stuff was wild.
Hey, if you're liking this, don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell. Let's talk about Obama's foreign policy. He made it look like an art, but not the good kind. He had more drone strikes than a video game championship. He talked about peace, but sent missiles like he was in a fireworks show with a peace prize. Joe just listed all the places Obama bombed, and suddenly, that peace prize looked more like a "You Tried" sticker from a World Trouble contest.
Confirmed about Biden.
Give me some volume and go full screen.
What you know now, do you wish you had a third term? You know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines. Somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. I'd be fine with that.
We know he wasn't really running the country.
Yeah.
We used to think he was actually running the country, and now they're like, no, he didn't even see those executive orders. That was all auto.
Oh, and remember how Obama's team loved spying on people. The NSA was watching everyone like they were on a reality show, while Obama gave speeches about freedom. Joe was like, wait, what? It's like Obama was selling freedom on TV, but sneaking around backstage. In the media, they loved him so much they acted like his fan club, not reporters. Joe joked they were like excited interns at a pep rally. cheering while real problems got ignored. Then there's the economy. Obama said he saved it, like he was a superhero with a calculator. But Joe called it out big money for rich folks, tiny help for everyone else. And somehow, Obama is still getting cheers from people who didn't get a dime during the recovery. Joe said it straight. The recovery helped bankers and fancy brunch people, but regular folks just got nice words.
The level of surveillance that this government is putting forward is insane.
It is crazy. And remember when Obama was
Evil.
confronted about it? He's like, it's just metadata.
Metadata.
No worries.
Yeah, it's fine. Just trust us.
Just metadata.
Yeah,
We're just collecting metadata. And Snowden's like, no, I was reading people's emails.
right.
Yeah, we all read emails.
And there was some report, I forget her name. They were deleted. She was on her computer, and you could see the file being deleted right in front of her. She took a video with her camera. I think Ed Snowden should be allowed to walk free.
Don't forget Obama's celebrity glow. After being president, he didn't just chill, he became a star. Making movies, sharing playlists, talking about himself like he's in his own epic documentary. Joe thought it was funny. Obama went from leader to Instagram and Joe laughed at how Obama talked about saving the planet while buying beach houses. Like the ocean rising was just a silly rumor. And Russia, back in 2016, they were messing with elections, and Obama's team just stood there like, do we do? Joe pointed out they knew it was happening but acted shocked later. Like they just sighed and wrote a note instead of doing something.
And yet they repeated that lie.
Why would you place your faith in somebody who instituted a so-called Muslim ban?
I just completely lost respect for Obama when he repeated that lie a few days before the election, knowing it's false.
Who said that there were very fine people on both sides of a white supremacist rally?
This just shows how desperate they were to keep Trump out, which is wild.
Who sat down in pleasantries with Holocaust deniers?
They just felt like this is a tool that we have, and let's use it. Let's just say whatever the we have.
And healthcare, Obama said it would be simple and cheap for everyone, but it turned into a super confusing puzzle, the border. Joe noticed Obama talked big about kindness, but had policies that put kids in tough spots and just called it something else to sound better. Joe didn't yell, he just showed the truth, like holding up a mirror, and Obama looked more like a slick politician than a hero. And guns. Obama gave sad speeches and cried, but nothing changed. Joe was like, all those words sounded nice, but it's like he cared so much, the laws just gave up.
I think the best people age the hardest. I think Obama was probably like a very idealistic young man
Oh Lord, what's going on now? Who's hollering? I can't even see.
who really wanted to change the world. And that dude aged more than anybody.
I mean, I'm getting old, so I can't hear that well. I can't see that good.
Who aged the least? Trump. Trump just
This is something that
he just brushed that shit off his shoulders like it was nothing.
We knock on wood wherever we may have wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do
Joe also talked about how people treat Obama like he's a superstar, like a mix of a wise leader and a cool boss. He could tweet about his socks, and everyone would go wild. Joe made fun of it, saying Obama's not a deep thinker, he's a brand, like a shiny product everyone loves because of old memories and media hype. But Joe looked at the real stuff. A divided country, people not trusting the government, and Obama being tough on people who told the truth. Joe laughed, promised openness, but locked up the truth like it was a secret treasure.
Obama mocked him. Remember? He did the White House press correspondence dinner, and he said,
No one is happier. No one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. We can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
see Trump in the auditorium.
You're
taunting a psycho.
Yeah.
Even now, Obama pops up to give advice like a cool uncle who doesn't get what's going on. Joe wasn't impressed. He called it fake wisdom, like Obama's just selling his image. He acts like he never messed up, just makes playlists and writes long books about how great he is. Joe said, reading them is like listening to a guy who loves talking about himself. It's long, sweaty, and leaves you confused.
Remember when they gave that speech, when he gave a speech on television, and everybody was like, fuck this. And then they were like, it kind of just went away.
It was one of the most beautiful moments in modern American history. People really actually stood up, stopped a war from happening.
Today, I authorize armed forces of the United States to begin a limited military act in Libya in support of an international effort to protect.
Joe made it clear Obama's best trick wasn't leading it, was making people believe he was perfect. He's great at pausing dramatically, looking serious, and saying stuff that sounds deep but means nothing. He built an image so strong that even his mistakes got called brave tries. He's like a fancy phone, cool, pricey, but not as useful as it seems. While America deals with his choices, Obama's out there, smiling, making more movies, and acting like nothing's his fault. Joe showed the smooth talk doesn't match the messy results, and the shine's starting to fade.
Watching Daniel Negreanu, the great poker player, was on Tim Pool's show, and they were talking about his shift in political ideologies, and then a lot of it came from when they were accusing Trump of saying that thing that Obama repeated falsely during the campaign. He was talking about white nationalists and neo-Nazis and saying there's very fine people on both sides.
But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
And Negreanu, he had heard the clip where Trump said it, where it was edited. He had never seen the full thing. And then once he saw the full thing, he was like, what the fuck? And it immediately made him realize, like, oh my God, they're lying. This is years after Daniel had known it was false. And then Obama's sitting right next to Trump and they're joking around with each other. Hey, pal, I know you're a neo-Nazi lover, you fuck.
The truth is, being charming doesn't fix the problems you leave behind. While Obama makes fancy Netflix deals, his presidency's effects keep causing trouble. Joe didn't just question the story, he tore it apart, saying being likable isn't the same as being great, from helping big companies while calling it fair to making war look like peace. His legacy's like a script that's falling apart. The Obama glow is dimming, and what's left is a guy with great speeches and a lot of contradictions. Joe held up a mirror, and the reflection wasn't a hero, it was a guy who was good at looking perfect while things went wrong. The untouchable days are over, and the real story's finally coming out.